And there's actually a technique called the Brenizer. I don't know if you guys know the Brenizer effect.
What's all that?
It also goes by the name of bokeh panorama. Basically, it's like you shoot with a wide, with a telephoto lens with a wide aperture. Let's say the Sigma Art 105 1.4.
Yeah.
And you take a lot of different shots. But if I was to take a picture of maybe like of you, in a field, and since that lens is kind of like zoomed in, right?
Yeah.
You take a lot of pictures. Make sure that you lock in the focus and don't, adjust it.
Oh, okay.
And then take pictures and just take pictures like of all the subject in the surrounding area.
You could do that.
And then you combine them. And basically the whole point of that is that you get an extra super shallow depth of field. And there's actually a depth of field calculator that you can look up online, where it'll tell you basically, it'll be like, oh, that 105 1.4, all those shots that you combine together, that's basically like a 50 millimeter f0.7 or something like that.
Whoa, my mind is blown right now.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
I'm
Yeah.
some nerdy
crazy.
stuff right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wait, so Lightroom then stitches it together, or you gotta do it in Photoshop?
You can do it. The best thing to do is to process the shots in Lightroom so that there's no vignetting, because there's always gonna be a little bit vignetting around the edges. And then you don't want them to be super large files, because that'll make heavy editing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
And
don't
then-
shoot on an A7R2.
Yeah, no, 42 megapixels. You have like a 10 gigabyte file or something larger.
Use like an A7S.
Yeah.
I just turned the megabytes down, bro.
The A6000.
That's true how you can do that on Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Sony, bro. You could do so much with those cameras.
Shout out to Sony.
Yeah, I was coming from Canon for the longest time, and I didn't want to switch.
Yeah.
I was so I had all my lenses were Canon, all my bodies were Canon, but then it just came to the point where I was like, I need more.
Yeah.
And especially when I started realizing I was gonna do photography, because before I was just primarily doing video, and really for video, I guess there was the A7S too. But I really wanted to upgrade for the photo capabilities of the 42 megapixels and everything else that the A7R2
you want the best
has.
of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
42 megapixels.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Do you think 42 megapixels is overkill?
It's subjective. I don't even need 42 megapixels, but I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not overkill because I want it.
It's like I'm for sure not shooting like to print into like a building size.
Me neither.
But no, it's funny.
But one day I might.
Because a lot of those prints and stuff you see on buildings, the resolution isn't that high.
Yeah.
Because like when I do marquees for huge 3-story marquees, like the video, they say send like a 800 by 600 video. I'm like,
oh,
is it gonna be blurry? And they're like, no.
Nah.
Like,
you got to think about people are watching it from like a mile away.
Yeah, driving. Wow.
Yeah, it tripped
crazy.
me out when I like found that out. Like when I do billboards, like they're really tiny. Like they're not that big. They're like 500 by 800.
Like, do you want an 8K file? Nah, 800 by 600.
I'm like, whoa, that's so weird.